down the head turner's garage, Audi Q4. Now, we've got a few little scratches on this car. We've got quite a big one, goes down here, quite a scuff down there. One here, little one here, a little one that goes down there, and just a couple more really faint ones. And the aim of today is just to improve these and see what we can do with them. Some of these I reckon we can get rid of. That one down here I'm not so sure, but we will have a go and see what can be done. So where the car's being cleaned up, you can see the more obvious two scratches on the crease of the door, which is a bit difficult to improve, and there's a little one above it as well, a little diagonal one there. This one here, general rule is if you get your nail in them, then it's too deep and it needs paint. Again, I think we can make that just look a little bit better. This one is more obvious in certain lights. It was quite obvious when the car was dirty anyway, so I think we can make that look much better too. So now it's clean, I'll take some paint depth readings and then decide what polish and pad I'm going to use. So this little device here is the paint thickness gauge. I'll just pop that on a metal panel, so I'll pop that on the door, nice and flat, and it will give us a reading in microns. So these are all the areas that we want to work in. So we want to take a paint thickness reading first. It's one of the things that you should do prior to machine polishing. These little devices are about 100-150 quid, but they're worth it. If you've got a reading on there that was about 150-200, it would be an indication that perhaps the panel's been repainted at some time. If it was much lower, say 50 micron, then you know the paint on there is very, very, very thin, and you need to be a lot more careful in terms of how much you try and cut when polishing. Now doing this outside isn't always ideal, but I've got my little Unilight head torch there to light up what I'm doing. So starting the job, I'm going to start with my the Roots LHR 15 DA polisher and the men's heavy cut compound. that pad combination has done something. However, knowing that there is enough coat on there, I'm going to switch to a wall pad which has more cut, and then I can use that one afterwards and just refine it off a little bit. It's always best to start with a least aggressive combination of polish and pad. Now, in part of that video there, you saw me what looked like pretty much holding the polisher on one spot on the paint. And that's not something I'd recommend you do unless you're really confident with what you're doing and you know you've got enough lacquer on the paint. Now, that scratch that I thought might have stay is just here. It's very faint, but it looks so much better. There's quite a bit of heat in there now. However, using the DA, a lot of the heat gets transferred to the back of the pad. If I was using that with a rotary, that would have got really, really hot, and there's more risk of burn through. put it through that pad, dust it off, and we'll change the pad now. It feels quite warm and soft. It's a definite indicator that we need to change it, give it a rest. So, after subjecting the paint to a bit of heat and some harsh polishing, I've used the Super Finish Plus now to just refine the areas that are polished, and that will just bring out some gloss in there and take out any little marks, little bits of haze that might have happened while I was going for it with the heavy compound. So a little bit annoying that this scratch here didn't come out. You can see there it's down to the undercoat, it's so fine, but yeah, I can't get that one out. This one here again is just a bit too deep. You can feel that, that's annoying. However, down here, the big diagonal one that was here, which I thought might have to stay, I've got rid of that one. Well, I know it was there, but it's so faint, it's pretty much gone, which is great. And all the scuffing along this edge here, how much better does that look? I can't do anything with this, unfortunately. It's just damage to paint there, and yeah, that's annoying. But after I washed the car, this looked horrendous along here, so we've made a massive difference to it. And if you stand back a little bit further, then that looks so much better.